In this video, we're going to talk about parallel and perpendicular lines. Now, two non-vertical lines are parallel if they have the same slope. Now, another way of saying parallel is that they never intersect each other. They're straight lines that never intersect. Now, I've drawn two parallel lines down here, and these lines have the same level of steepness. Okay, in other words, they have the same slope. So, for example, if this top one had a slope of 2/3, then this line down here would also have a slope of 2/3. Okay, and two non-vertical lines are perpendicular if the product of their slopes is -1. So what this really means is that their slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. Now, perpendicular, remember, it means that the lines intersect at a right angle. Okay, it's not just that they intersect, but they intersect at a right angle. Now, what do we mean by negative reciprocals of each other? Well, if this line here had a slope of 4, then a line that's perpendicular to it would have a slope of -1/4. And it makes sense that it's negative because this line is a positive slope. A line that's perpendicular to it would have to have a negative slope. But notice it's not that this line has a slope of 4 and this line has a slope of -4. This line has a slope of 4 and this is -1/4. Okay, 4 times -1/4 is equal to -1. In fact, I think that's the first example I gave right here. If a line has slope 4, then a line perpendicular to it would have slope -1/4. By the way, you can think of 4 as being 4/1. So you just do the reciprocal of that and then take the negative. Okay, if a line has slope 3/7, then a line perpendicular to it would have slope -7/3. Okay, that's the negative reciprocal of 3/7. Okay, in other words, 3/7 times -7/3 would be -1. Okay, in this example, let's determine whether the given pairs of lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So what we need to do is find the slope of these lines. Okay, how do we find the slope? Well, we put them in the form y equals mx plus b. Okay, we could try to graph them and maybe eyeball it, but I think the easiest way is to put it in the form y equals mx plus b. So we want the y all by itself. We're going to subtract 3x from both sides here, and we'll have 5y is equal to 10 minus 3x, or -3x plus 10. Okay, if we divide both sides by 5, the left-hand side would just be y, and on the right we'd have -3/5 x plus 10 over 5, which is 2. Okay, so the slope of this line is -3/5. Now, what's the slope of this line? Well, if we divide both sides by -10, we'll have y all by itself. And on the left side, we have -6/10 x minus 7/10 is equal to y. Okay, so we do 6x over -10, that's -6/10 x, plus 7 over -10. And that would be -7/10. And then the -10s cancel here. Now let's rewrite this with the y on the left-hand side instead of the right-hand side. And also let's reduce -6/10 to -3/5. And notice the slope for this one is also -3/5. So these lines have the same slope. They are parallel. Okay, these lines are parallel lines. Okay, in part B, we're going to do the same thing. Let's add 2x to both sides here. What we have is 2x. What we have is 3y is equal to 2x plus 3. Divide both sides by 3, and you get y is equal to 2/3 x, right? 2x over 3, which is the same thing as 2/3 x, plus 3 over 3, which is 1. Okay, and this line we have, it's already in the form y equals mx plus b. Notice the m here is -3/2. Okay, for this line is -3/2, and the m here is 2/3. Okay, and notice that -3/2 and 2/3 are negative reciprocals of each other. Okay, these two are negative reciprocals of each other, so they are perpendicular. Okay, so that's our answer here. Okay, and in part C, This one has a slope of 3/4. It's already in the form y equals mx plus b. And this one is almost there. Just add 2x to both sides. What we have is y is equal to -1 plus 2x, or 2x minus 1. And notice the slope here is 2. So this one has a slope of 3/4. This one has a slope of 2. Well, they're not the same slope, so they're not parallel. And also their slopes are not negative reciprocals of each other, so they're not perpendicular either. This would be neither. In fact, most cases, if you just randomly pick two lines, most likely they would be neither parallel nor perpendicular. For lines to be parallel, that's kind of a special case. But also for lines to be perpendicular, that's kind of a special case as well. Most cases, two lines are going to intersect, but the angle between them is not going to be a right angle. Okay.